Hello, my name is Katie Glazer and I am the Electronic Resources Librarian at the Knight-Capron Library. And today I'm going to show you how to research like a librarian. We're going to go from start to finish with searching, finding full text articles, and I'm going to show you my best tips and tricks. And then in the unit that your professor has shared in your online course, you'll see that everything we do today has been broken down into bite-sized topics. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. My topic today is the evolution of endothermy in mammal-like reptiles. So I'm just going to start in the library's OneSearch tool really quick. It's a good place to start if you're not really quite sure where information relating to your topic lives, because it pulls resources back from a lot of different databases that the library subscribes to. So right off the bat, I do see a couple of interesting titles. So I'm just going to go ahead. You've got a couple of options here. You could download the PDF directly, but I think I want to go into this database and see maybe what else it has to offer. Because if this database contains information that's relating to my topic, I might want to redo my search in here and see what else lives in here. So for now, I'd like to go ahead and check out this article. And one of the first things that I do is scan the abstract just to make sure that it is indeed relevant to my topic. And then the next thing that I'll do is check on the references. The bibliography is actually one of your most important tools in academic research. I know it sounds super boring, but it's so much easier than keyword searching, and I think you'll see why during this video. So scholarship is basically a conversation where other researchers are talking to each other on a topic. So if you think of all of those citations as sort of like putting an @ in front of someone's name on Twitter or Instagram, that's essentially what a citation functions as for scholars. So we really want to pay attention to those citations because it means that all of these people are in the same conversation talking about a topic that's interesting for me for my paper. So I want to go ahead and just scroll down and take a look at the titles in this bibliography and see if I can't find something that looks interesting. So here I see there's an article from 2001 in the journal Paleobiology, and that title looks a little bit interesting to me. So you've got a couple of options. You could grab the article title, or you could also just copy the journal title. I normally do the journal title, but the article title also works. So I'll show you the way I do it. I'm just going to copy that journal title to my clipboard. I'm going to go back to my OneSearch page, click on the journal search, and search for that journal title. And you can see here that we do have that journal, and it's going to give me the options that are available to view that journal, and I'll select one. And I'll just go back and remind myself of the bibliography. It looks like it was published in 2001 and appeared in volume 27, pages 14 through 38. That's probably going to be issue number 1. So I'm going to go into this journal and view all of the issues. And each database works a little bit differently, but there, are similar elements. So this should work, pretty similarly no matter what tool you're in. And now that I'm in volume 27, number 1, I should be able to just scroll down until we get to that article, and here it is. And so in a nutshell, that's using the works cited, the bibliography of an article that you've already found in order to find more good articles. This is the easiest way to find good research in an academic search. Another thing that we might do is pay attention to any studies that came after this one. So in order to do that, I want to go to Google Scholar. and that is scholar.google.com. Now, one quick thing to set up before we dive in is with your library links. So you're going to click on the menu button, drop down to your settings, and click on library links, and just make sure that the University of Lynchburg is there and save it. And the reason that we do this is because now Google Scholar can give me links that go directly through the library so that you don't hit the paywall when we've paid for you to have access to certain titles. So now that I'm here, I want to look for that title. So this is the title of my article. I originally found it in OneSearch, and we linked over to it in the database here. And now I've copied this article title onto my clipboard, and I've pasted it into my Google Scholar search box, because what I'm really interested in seeing is what research came after this article. What is there that's more recent, that's more newer on this topic? So I'm going to click on that cited by link. I'm sorry if I did that a little too fast. I'll go back. Every article where Google Scholar has found more recent research that cited this article, you'll see that cited by link. Click on it, and what follows is a list of every more recent article that cited that original one. Now, since we know that scholarship is a conversation, these articles are all so much more likely to be relevant to my topic. So there are 88 results in here. That might be a little bit much for me to sort through, so I'm going to go ahead and click this box to search within citing articles. And now I'm going to add in my keywords again, just to sort of filter out anything that cited that article but wasn't necessarily right on top of my topic. And now you'll see a list of, we've got 19 articles that remain. And all of these are so much more likely to be relevant to my topic. So what I do now to manage my research is sometimes I'll click the star here, which will make that article be saved to my Google Scholar article library. What I'll also start doing is adding these citations into my RefWorks. If you don't have RefWorks, I highly recommend that you get a RefWorks account. You can find a link to it on the library homepage, and it's free for you as a student. And there's more information about that in your topic module that your teacher shared as well. So what I want to do now is add this article into my RefWorks account. And essentially this is just building my bibliography as I go. So if this article is really important for my paper, I'm going to go ahead and click on that RefWorks button and import it, or add it to my RefWorks files. And now you'll see that that citation has popped up into my RefWorks, where I can use it to create my bibliography when I'm ready to write my paper. And I always recommend building your bibliography as you go along, and this saves you so much effort later on. And so what we can continue to do is click that cited by option as often as we need to in order to find all of the articles that we need to give good evidence to our paper. So this has been your friendly electronic resources librarian, Katie, showing you how to research like a librarian. And thank you for spending some of your time with me, and I'll see you in the topic module where we'll break all of this down step by step.